All right, welcome to another favorite episode of mine, Trying Success, with one of my favorite guests. I've been knowing this young man for, 3 years? We give it 3 years?
Going on 3.
3 years. So y'all, I'm happy to have my guest here today. He has an amazing, should I call it a product or should I call it a production?
A movement, a brand.
Okay, it's called Happy with Daddy. And it is an amazing brand. I'm so proud of the brand. I'm proud of the brand because of what it represents. I'm proud of the brand because of the guy that's actually producing it. I can't think of nobody else better to do this because you really seem to be fair about it. And when I say seem to be fair about it, you don't make up anything. You know how people just be making up stuff just like, this is what I'm doing, oh, look at me. It's really all about the kids, and I really like that. So my special guest today is Linell from Happy with Daddy. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here. Finally, we're doing the show.
What do you mean finally we're doing the show? I've invited you to the podcast like 100 times.
Everything is in due timing, so I'm glad to be here, man. Looking forward to it.
Welcome to Old Fashioned Network Studios.
It's nice.
It is nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Different from the last time I was here.
I know, right? It's always room. There's always room for improvement. Always room for improvement. So Linell and I did a show, Happy with Daddy and Kids of Chef, which is another production that I actually produced. And we did this little partnership thing together for Christmas, right? We did the Christmas holiday show.
Yep. And then we baked cookies.
And
dads and the kids. Yeah. And before that, we did another episode where we made pizza.
Yeah.
So the dads and the kids made pizza. So yeah, we had a couple of
We've had some fun times. Yeah, we got some other stuff coming up.
Yeah.
We just got off the phone with a production that says it's in the making.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say exactly what it is because it's a little premature right now.
Yep.
All right, man. So tell the people that are listening to us on this amazing podcast, Trying Success. You can listen to me on all of the wherever you get your podcast. You can listen to wherever you get your podcast. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. So tell the listeners about Happy with Daddy.
So Happy with Daddy is it's a movement. It's a brand. It's something that I created coming up on 4 years now. And originally it started because I have 2 daughters, 8 years old, 6 years old, and when I first had my first daughter, I was so excited, man, and I was posting on social media. I was going on little daddy-daughter dates and everything like that.
Right.
And a lot of friends was like, man, you really enjoying fatherhood, man. When I have a child, when I have my son, have my daughter, I want to be like you. And so I got a lot of people reaching out to me, and then me and my sisters one day got together and they said, you got to do something because there's some people that could benefit from this. And they had some friends reaching out to them saying, man, your dad, your brother is it's real cool to see him and his daughters and see how he's interacting with them. Right. And so it just hit me, man. I said, I got to do something. And I sat there and literally just started writing down ideas and started Happy with Daddy. So really the brand, the movement is about encouraging fatherhood. So we all know,
the stigmatism.
There you go. we all know
stigmatism about fatherhood and what we do and don't do.
Exactly. So we all know how the story goes.
Right.
And so for me, I just wanted to show the other side of it. I wanted to show the side that they don't show all the time.
Right.
I wanted to not only do that, but also motivate other fathers. So you've seen Happy with Daddy.
Yeah,
You've been on the Instagram page.
Yes.
And when you scroll through there and you look, you can't help but to smile.
Always.
And
every time I see something I'm Happy with it, it just makes you smile because you post some of the best content, man. It's really, really good stuff.
And it's motivating.
Yeah.
So if I'm a father and maybe I'm doing okay, but I'm not. I could be doing more.
Right.
You go to Happy with Daddy, you're like, man,
right.
I can be doing more.
Right.
If you have a relationship with your child and it's not the best, you go to Happy with Daddy and you may get some inspiration. You may come across a quote or some inspirational words that I may put up there that may say, you know what, I need to reach out to my child, or I need to connect at a different level with my child. And so it's a very encouraging, motivating, and really just a big community, man. I've met a lot of people.
Yeah, I can see by your Instagram. I think what gets me, it's so many things about Happy with Daddy that inspires me, but some of the fun things that you all do, like throwing the kid up in there and stuff, it just always make you feel.
The dad toss.
Takes you back. Yeah, it calls the dad toss.
The dad toss.
It takes you all the way back to, man, if I was when I was that young. It just takes you back to that type of childhood of your own, you know. So I love. That's one of my favorite things that you do.
Yeah, the dad toss, and then you get a chance to see some of those vulnerable moments as well. So when you guys check out, you know, Happy with Daddy, it's more than just, you know, photos of dads and their children. Right. You're going to see some of those emotional photos. Right, you're going to see some of the happy ones. You're going to see some of the raw ones. Right. And so it's all different type of photos and engagement. And it's really just a big, positive, happy community when you get on there and interact with some of the fathers and some of the mothers as well. I got a huge following of mothers as well. So
we're not going there's some questions I do have about that you're working on in the future. I'm not going to spill the beans on that part just yet. Okay. But I do want to know what is the most memorable thing about Happy with Daddy that someone has shared with you about being a part of Happy with Daddy?
So I don't know if there's really one memorable thing. But the one thing that continuously is just like, man, is when somebody takes time to send me a direct message and to tell me that how moving the brand is and how much it's done for them in their life. When I got to the studio today, I checked my phone. And there was a guy who sent me a message. He's got 3 daughters. And he sent me pictures of his daughters, and he said, there's just something so captivating about your movement. And he's, I'm just
organic.
And he just is like, if we could have more fathers doing what you're doing and pulling more dads together, the world will be a better place. It's stuff like that. It's words like that stick with me. And I just sat there, looked at my phone, man. I said,
just keep reiterating.
Man, I was like, wow.
That makes you know you're doing something right.
Exactly. So it's when I get those direct messages, they really hit home for me and let me know that I'm doing a good thing.
Right. So let me ask you this: have you ever had a kid to say something to you about Happy with Daddy?
So, you know what's kind of cool about this is, so my daughter's friends like Happy with Daddy. So a couple years ago, they had career day. So I went to my oldest daughter. Well, they both go to the same school now. So I went to their school. I did career day, and I had my shirt. I had a little activity page that all the students did, and they took them home and did the activity sheet with their parents. And so now, you know, if they see me, they say, "Oh, you're the Happy with Daddy guy."
You're the Happy with Daddy guy.
Yeah. So they're like, "Hey, Happy with Daddy." You know, we'll be in the grocery store sometimes, and they say, "Hey, Happy with Daddy," and it's cool, man. It's really cool, and it's something that, you know, I never thought would happen. I never thought I'd be in Publix or Kroger and somebody say, "Hey, Happy with Daddy."
Well, you know, I mean, you're known for that. I mean, that's who you are, Happy with Daddy. You know, I mean, that's your brand. That's what you want. You want people. You want it to be a household name. Right. You know, Happy with Daddy is just, to me, I can't even think of it being anything other than I mean, I'm so used to hearing Happy with Daddy. Yeah. You know, so I love Happy with Daddy. I really do. It's I like what it stands for. I like everything that you do with it. So I'm happy with. I'm happy with Daddy. Okay, so tell me this: your logo. How did you come about this logo?
So obviously I had to come up with something that, you know, because
the name
is powerful.
About the color too.
Okay, we'll get into the color. So the name is very catchy.
Okay.
So as soon as I came up with Happy with Daddy, I was like, that's just, like you said, it speaks for itself. I mean, if I walk up to you and say Happy with Daddy, that's it, period.
And it makes you smile automatically. Just start smiling and be like, oh wow.
Right. So just like my shirt, when people see it, they walk past it and say, that's a cool shirt. Right. That's a cool shirt. And so when I saw that, I said, okay, when you hear Happy with Daddy, what does the logo need to be?
Okay.
And so then I sat there, played around with some words, and then I put a happy face on there. So then I was like, okay, we're gonna roll with the happy face.
Okay.
And then got to the eyes and the mouth, and I said, hey, let's do the HWD.
The door. I'm sorry.
And so let's do the HWD for the for the Happy with Daddy.
Okay.
And so that's how I came about it. And then my last name is Green.
Mm-hmm. So that's when you come up with the color green.
So that's how I came up with the color green from my last name. So that's the logo goes with the Happy with Daddy, and that's what we roll with.
Have you ever thought about when I think about Happy with Daddy, it brings a lot of things to my mind. Not necessarily mixing you with this particular brand, but to me, your brand is is as powerful, impactful, or become a household name like McDonald's. So I'm thinking about when you go to McDonald's, it just seems like Happy with Daddy just fits that whole, you know what I'm saying? It's like the brand purpose is a purpose, because McDonald's is all about serving kids and making kids happy. And for some reason, when I do think about not necessarily golden arches, but the purpose is the same. It's just put smiles on kids and family faces. And so when I go to McDonald's, of course, I don't eat McDonald's. Let me just get that out there. I'm not a fast food person. I'm vegan. But when I do think about Happy with Daddy, I'll go by McDonald's, Happy with Daddy comes to my mind. I don't know why they hadn't even contacted you and said, let's do something together,
Hey, McDonald's, anybody that work for McDonald's, anybody hey, reach out, Happy with Daddy, McDonald's, let's do it.
Yeah, they doing some vegan food. I'm all about the vegan life,
There you go.
But I think about that. Once time before we were talking, and I was telling you that one of the most amazing things that I liked about Happy with Daddy that I did see the first time that I got a chance to be captivated by was there was a video you sent me. And I think Val was the videographer that she did the video. And he did this video, it was like in a park.
Yep.
That was the most wholesome, organic look I had ever seen. It's like going across the bridge, the kids were playing with you.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Was that your first intro to Happy with Daddy that you did?
So the brand had just started, and I knew I needed to get something more out there. And as far as the brand, me and my daughters were never really on the brand like that. Okay. And so I said, I got to do something. Okay. And so that came to mind. We had our T-shirts on, our Happy with Daddy T-shirts on, and Val did an amazing job.
It was really good.
Captivating us, and we were running and slow motion and smiles, and it's a cool video, man. That video is probably one of the best things that came out of Happy with Daddy.
Amazing. You have to see the video because it's just so cool. That's such one of the. I remember that video more than any video that you've done that I've seen or anything that you posted. That video is just—it's like it should be a commercial, I'm
gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up this week. I'm gonna put it up again this week.
Favorite videos.
Yeah, I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of family reach out to me when I posted that video. Yeah. A lot of people was like, "Man, y'all just look so just genuine."
It's so genuine. It's like you have to see the video. So I'm talking to people like I'm talking because the videographer is here. So I'm talking to him. That's why he seems like do this, do that. I'm trying to do 2 or 3 things at one time. But you got to see this video. The video it's so cool, man. That's one of your favorite. To me, it's one of my favorite videos.
I'm gonna put it up, man. It's been
His daughters are gorgeous, pretty little girls. You bought you a gun yet? How old are they?
8 and 6.
You're not ready. So by the time they turn 16, how you gonna handle that?
So this daughters are beautiful. This is what Happy with Daddy is about. Okay. So Happy with Daddy this is what my plan is. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna instill in them values, morals, so that way I don't need a gun. And that's what I'm a firm believer on. So
ain't that nice?
I'm gonna teach them everything that I can teach them. I'm gonna give them everything I can give them, all my knowledge, all my trust, and we're gonna have that relationship. And hopefully, when it gets down to that point, I'm gonna leave it in their hands to make a great decision.
Okay. But it's always that young man that takes your daughter to prom. Your daughter knows what to do, but you got to meet him at the door and listen. I'm gonna need you to bring them back without any problems.
Yeah,
I got some friends in the back there.
Yeah, you seen the Bad Boys? I know you seen Bad Boys.
Yeah, I did.
Where Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Yeah. That's we. I got that plan.
Okay, so you do plan to have a conversation with the fella. Okay, I got it. I'm thinking you just.
Yeah, while she upstairs still getting dressed, I'm coming to the door with somebody.
Take him to the kitchen, get him some water.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Say, hey, what's going on, man? Come on in.
His daughters are so pretty and they're so nice, and
Thank you.
I mean, just really sweet. So let me ask you this also: how is it with raising daughters as a male? You know, without necessarily, if you don't. So for those guys that may be single and don't have a wife or a significant other there with them, how is it raising a daughter as a father?
I should have known you was going.
Of course,
we was gonna go here.
Yeah, and you ready, right?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
They need to know.
I'm a girl dad, so I'm always ready.
Okay.
So raising girls, man, as a father, as a man, it changes you. It really does change you. It will bring out emotions that you never thought you had.
Okay.
It will make you look at life differently.
Okay.
And if you're doing it right, it will make you look at women differently. Okay. It will make you look at motherhood differently. It will make you look at a lot of things that you maybe took for granted growing up as a young man. And it really does pull different type of emotions from you that are good. And then that's the one thing too you guys got to understand is as fathers, as men, it's okay. And this is perfectly fine to share those emotions. Okay. You know, I know we mask them. Right. I know society wants us to mask them.
Teach us not to
and
show
be
emotion.
tough and not show them. But let me tell you, show them. And it brings a better version of yourself when you do. And the main thing is it connects you to your daughters even more. They need to see how vulnerable dad is.
All right. So I have to give you credit for that. That works generally for most. If they're doing it the way you're doing it, you have to already come from a good place to be open enough to know how to be receptive, to understand, and to tap into emotions and things like that. But if you're one of those fathers that just doing it just based on routine and not really paying attention to tap into the emotional side and do all the things that you just said do, then you know it may not work for everybody. So that's why I asked you that question, because there's some guys that need to know how you do it. And so you need to first check into yourself to see who you are, so you can reach into that. And if you don't, then you need to understand how important it is to make sure your daughter see all those things that you just talked about. And you already have most of those qualities. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do, how to do, and you open to make sure. And love is one thing, but to be unconditionally and genuine about showing the best of love, then you know that's what you do. I'm trying to do emotions, saying you got the best of my love. That's what you do to the girls. You probably don't know about that song, do you?
I know about it a little bit. So yeah, I'm really happy that you shared that with, because a lot of guys, you know, we may not know, you know, we just think it's just like raising a son, but it's not the same, you know. Not all. It's not. I don't think it's the same thing, you know, with guys. But still, even just raising a son versus a daughter, you still need to show the emotional side, so you won't get out there making him think it's not cool to cry. It's not cool to show emotion, because then he won't know how to treat a lady, you know? Exactly.
He won't know how to be sensitive toward people's needs if you don't teach us the full gamut. We'll think you just go play ball and see you sitting on the sofa, curse at the TV a little bit, and then that's it. But there's more to it than just that. And you just embody all that. Which brings me to this last point. I saw my favorite president, Barack Obama, on television the other day. Thank God that we had that experience. And I've mentioned this before, but to just reiterate this for those that may not have heard it, and he may not remember it or have heard it, when I have seen Barack Hussein Obama, how he cries about Sasha and Malia, and he'll drop a tear when he gets to talking about them. I was trying not to ask you too many, because I didn't want you crying on my show and carry on. Tell me, I make you feel like this is the Oprah show. You really remind me of the way Barack loves his daughters and what he puts into them. And so you do the same thing. So that's how come I have so much respect and admiration for you, because when I see Barack Obama and how he just be talking and then he'll do this little number right here, I was watching to see if he was going to cry. I didn't want to keep you on it too much, you know, but you remind me of when you talk about that.
Hey, man, that might be hands down the best compliment I've ever received as a father. And for you to acknowledge that, for you to recognize that, and then man to man for you to be able to tell me that is pretty powerful, because sometimes you can recognize that out of somebody and you just be like, I ain't gonna say that. That's too much, man. That's too soft. But
right.
That might be that's probably the best compliment I've ever had, man. And I appreciate that. And that's me. That's me. And you already know that.
Yeah.
That's me. What you see, is what you get. So. That's me. That's Girl Dad. That's Linell. That's Happy with Daddy, all wrapped up in one.
Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching Trying Success on the Old Fashioned Health Network. Good health inside and out. Peace. We out.